In a tragic tale of neglect, fear, and dangerous relationships, innocence slips away.
She was being a potato on her phone, doom scrolling.
Okay, so she was just on her phone, kind of out of it.
9 out of 10, she was on her phone because I would come out or go to the restroom or whatever. I'd manually get home, sometimes late, sometimes early. It depends on how much I had to do that day.
Right.
But she was watching TV on her bed, and then there was a futon, and Stefan and Maddie would be there painting or playing, or Maddie would be sitting on the bed. But Jenn didn't participate in any of those types of games. Now, did they play board games or cards or stuff like that? I don't know. I wasn't in there the whole time.
Right, right. But what you saw is all you can speak for.
Yeah, she definitely doom scrolled and Instagrammed a lot.
Too bad she's still not on there, so we can get a hold of her.
And trust you me, I have gone through tireless efforts.
I bet. Did you ever notice Maddie having some massive, needing an inhaler all the time or anything ever?
No.
Okay. Okay. Have it. Okay. All right.
You know what I think it was?
What?
I think it was anxiety asthma. I think that she lost her breath when she was in panic mode because of this. She had nobody protected her. I left, and then the one person who was protecting her, he left, which is Jenn's dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And after that, she was left to the wolves.
Right.
And what type of person does that? I'm sorry. You belong in the depths of hell to me, and I'm a spiritual person. So.
Yeah, and I am too. I mean, if there's good, there's bad. If vice versa. And I agree with you, and I'm here for you. And we talk often, so I know how you feel about it, and it's good to get it off your chest because it's not your fault. You didn't even really. You felt something was a little bit inappropriate, but nothing that you're gonna charge your roommate. Just go to your roommate and be like, "Hey,"
I wish I would.
I know.
All the wishes all the things I would have done differently.
Yeah, right?
I would have stayed longer. I'll tell you that. I would have stayed longer. But that's not the way the cards fell.
Right.
And that poor little girl lost her life because of two extremely selfish, not even two, because of a lot of extremely self-centered, selfish people. It's really bad, guys. Keep your kids close. And I hate to have to say that, but they can't go outside and play anymore.
Yeah, and even inside, I mean, just look, you and I are here on a mission to not normalize letting your kids sleep with anybody, folks. All right, nobody. Not a girl, not a guy, not an uncle, not an aunt, not a cousin. Just have them. And she had her own bed, so I think at some point they may have rented her room out and gave her that half bedroom thing. I think it was downstairs. Yeah, I was getting another call. That's what happened, Wims. The phone started beeping. I didn't want to hang up on you. And someone was like, I can't hear. But yeah, so I mean, you have told us so much. You've given us a lot of insight. Before you and I before Jenn Soto told the police that she was letting Stefan Stern sleep with Maddie, you had already told us that they were all three sleeping together. So that and the layout, Stefan Stern's personality.
I have nothing to gain from or lie about.
Right.
I would be a really disgusting, sickening person if I were lying about any of this or trying to, I profit from any of this. I think the only thing that needs to profit is these schools need to contact you before homeroom. If your child's not in homeroom, right. I better get a contact, and I do.
Right, and so do I. So I mean, from my perspective now, I think Jenn already knew, and part of her alibi or part of her thing was like, "Hey, you go get rid of Maddie, and we'll see if it comes out." In my opinion, I'm allowed to say, "Hey, this is where I used to live. There's nothing down that way. No one's ever that way. Go that way." And he, her old address. And that's how he ended up really close to where she used to live, but he got a flat tire.
And you know that you and I have the same opinion. So Jay and I still share the same opinion very much. I'm so sorry, you guys. My life is crazy. I really do have two special needs kids, and I have a bakery, and we work crazy hours. So I apologize that I have lost my voice, but I am here, and I'm real, and I'm listening to all of you. And as far as mom shaming, I think I read a question, I believe, and it said, "How do I feel about mom shaming?" I don't think it's mom shaming. I think that we are entirely shaming because it wasn't just one person that failed her. It was all of them. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I'm so sorry. I'm making like a ton of just hurts right.
No, I appreciate your time, for you. Don't apologize, girl. So I'll let you go in a minute. I just want to ask you a couple more things, and then I have the things that you wrote to me, and I broke it down in questions. Well, Bree helped me, so we got our according to Bree here, one of my mods. Great. Yeah, she's awesome. All my mods are really awesome. So I'm lucky to have them and this channel. And another question, if I can ask you one more, and what was the dynamic between Stefan Stearns and Jenn Soto? I mean, do you feel that she might have been afraid of him? Did he dominate things? I mean, what would you say if I was asked?
So I think I think she was afraid of him? Yeah, I think she was afraid of a lot of things, but I think the thing she feared the most was not being loved. And I think that's what happened. I don't know.
Was he shot calling?
They were hot and cold sometimes.
Okay.
They had broken up like once when I was there, and then within a week they were back together.
Okay.
So they were hot and cold. So it just makes me wonder what he was doing when he broke up with her, because it was always him breaking up with her.
Oh, okay. That's him breaking up with her. So then she needed or wanted some way to get him back. I mean, it seems like when he was there, she kind of just got to scroll on her phone and not have to really pay attention to Maddie.
That's exactly what it was. I mean, that's exactly what it was. You know, when you have a kid that age, they want your attention. They want your attention. They want your attention.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I know. And sometimes it's really hard, and you're like, I can't give you that right now. But she took her out to do things, and Jenn's friends even took Maddie out to do things.
Oh,
I just never thought that this would be the case.
No, and you wouldn't, or you would have I know who you are for the most part as a person, and I see your family and I see what you do, and you would have took that kid and raised her yourself. I know that.
Absolutely. I've taken in a few, trust me.
I know.
I've taken in a daughter's friend. I've taken in a few.
I'm there with you. I just had Jenn had a built-in babysitter. She didn't want to do it. And another thing, she told on herself when she said, "Hey, I have anxiety. You guys go sleep in the other room," and she pushed him off. But I feel there's a reason why she said that. You don't just say that, you know?
No, you don't. You don't just say, "Oh, I have anxiety." You go over there, because if I have anxiety, I can't sleep.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I don't. Having my child or my partner, not even my child, my partner in bed with me would have made me feel more comfortable than being alone in my bed.
Oh, of course. Yes, I do. We just got back from the RVing thing, and my daughter was being real baby. Well, my dog passed away, so my daughter was being super babyfied. That's okay. I think it happens. But rest in peace, Trace. He'll drive us.
Long life.
Yeah, he did. But my daughter was babyfied, and she slept with us when she fell asleep in the middle of our bed, hitting us in the hitting it. And so there's exceptions when your kid could sleep with you, but we're also not those people. So you can't always say that. But for that particular instance, and she just started meeting Stefan Stearns. Like when you were there, they were like friends at first, right? They were kind of friends, and then
they had just started kind of like dating, from what I understand.
Did she tell you why he ever broke up with her? Did she ever give you a reason?
She never gave me a reason, and I didn't ask because it's not my business.
Of course, I just thought maybe she vented. Yeah, I thought maybe she vented to you, like, "Oh, he broke up with me." 555, folks. angel number.
Yeah, she didn't. She never told me why, but I always knew. I knew when he broke up with her because she would actually hang out. So when he was there, she wouldn't hang out, which is fine. I don't care.
Right.
You know, like I would hang out with Maddie while him and her were in the room, and I go to Maddie's room and I'll tell her whatever. I love kids, so
I know. Me too.
That it's a sad story.
It is, and
Yes.
I'm glad you're here to help. Yeah, I do want to talk deeper and kind of talk a little bit about Stern's personality a bit and whatever we can, because I just want to get you on here, even if you're not, if you don't, of course, you're not going to show your face. We're not going to do that to you, but, as the steps go, I'd like to have you back. I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of your questions, and we're going to talk about analyzing Jenn and what we think about her possibly being involved in the taking of Maddie's life. So
absolutely,
you've seen the videos, you know her, right?
Yep, I know her, and I don't think there's allegedly say in trouble. Allegedly, I believe she allegedly had. I believe there's foul. I allegedly believe there's foul play.
Yes.
Words are hard sometimes. That's why you do this and not me.
Yeah, well, you're a baker. You're gonna bake us some good stuff. So I'm not gonna do anything. I just talk. Okay, so last question, and it's coming from Joyce Batista. She wants to know if Stefan Stearns was lovable with Jenn at all. Were they lovey-dovey at all, like holding hands or affectionate that you saw, or
not in front of me? No, not really, not in front of me. And that's something that I suppose that I did not find strange,
right?
Simply because I don't show a lot of PDA, right? So in public and around our kids and so I'm not, but I mean I never saw them hold hands. I think I went out to eat with the three of them once,
right?
And it was like they were roommates.
Yeah, for sure. I hear that.